Hello and welcome to the weekly Waypoint 10 minutes edition, because lately I've been doing weekly Waypoints which are more like 14, 15, maybe even 16 minutes long, and let's face it, I talk too much and we'd all get out of this a lot easier if I talked slightly less, or maybe just as much but within a shorter time limit. We're playing Halo 5 Guardians because I hadn't played Halo 5 Guardians, and Halo Infinite, if rumours are to be believed, is going to be released, shadow dropped at least, the multiplayer, today as of this publishing day. And yeah, that's also the reason why it probably came out a few hours earlier than normal. Not that I'm sure anyone would have really noticed, but there you go, some trivia. Halo 5's multiplayer is fine. It's fine. It's enjoyable. It's fun. It's not my least favourite Halo multiplayer. It's different, but different isn't always bad. But Halo Infinite's multiplayer is better than this, so I figured, you know, on the off chance that Halo Infinite's multiplayer does get shadow dropped today, then I would have missed my chance to put Halo 5 in a weekly Waypoint, because why the hell would I ever play Halo 5 multiplayer when Halo Infinite's available, you know, or anyone else for that matter, so matchmaking would be interesting. Matchmaking was already interesting. I queued for quite some time for Big Team Battle and didn't get a game. I did the other day, and I actually think it's my favourite version of Big Team Battle. I can't put my finger on why, it just feels really good in this game. Maybe I just had a good couple of games of Big Team Battle. I don't play a lot of Big Team Battle, so maybe that skewed my feelings, but yeah. Right down to the accidental melee, this sure is some gameplay, but I promise you, I actually have a couple of moments in this which aren't so bad. And all the games I recorded before this were just terrible. They were just awful highness losses, which were embarrassing and will swiftly be nuked from my hard drive. You may be surprised that today's weekly Waypoint, or not, but you may be, that it's not Forza Horizon 5, considering how hyped I've been for it. Don't worry, I have been playing the ever-loving bum out of it, but that's not a phrase I think I'm going to use again. That was a test drive. Didn't pass the test. But it just... I was watching last week's Waypoint back, and it just looked bad. Like, and I don't get why. Like, I rendered the video, I went back and looked at the rendered video. It seems like YouTube is the one that slaughtered it, but then YouTube doesn't slaughter other people's Forza Horizon 5 footage, so maybe other people record it in 4K and then just upload it in 1080, but it's got that kind of 4K backing thing, or maybe I'm not encoding it in a YouTube friendly encoder, even though I'm pretty sure I am because I followed a tutorial all about it, but you know, it is what it is. YouTube's always gonna make certain games look like ass. Hopefully Halo 5 isn't one of those, but yeah, if it is, you know, whatever, it's only gonna be here for a week, or maybe more if the rumours are wrong. What did I do with my week? I watched Squid Game. Finally, I bent to the pressure of everyone telling me to watch something, and instead of going, oh, I'm sick of hearing about this now, and stubbornly never watching it, I decided to actually let myself enjoy things. So I did that, and it was really bloody good. And I did record a thoughts on it, and the only reason it hasn't gone up yet is because I then went and watched a video of someone else breaking down everything that's amazing about Squid Game. Their video was so good and so much better eloquated than mine that I just kind of, oh, I don't want to upload this now. But I will. I'll make myself upload it. It'll show up in the next few days, I'm sure. Theirs was like a breakdown of, like, you know, they wrote a script about it. I don't think they wrote a script about it, actually. But, like, theirs was like a breakdown about it, and, like, they're very well educated on how to talk about those kinds of matters that happen in the show as well and stuff. And mine's more just like personal casual first impressions of, wow, I liked the game where they fell through the glass. One other quick non-gaming media update I will give you is that I'm still reading the Wheel of Time book, Fires of Heaven. I think that's 5. I'm starting to lose count. I think it is 5 though. And I'm absolutely loving it. Obviously I have nothing new to say about it. I'll wait until the end of the book to give my thoughts on it, but I am very, very steeped in Wheel of Time right now, and I'm excited for the Amazon Prime video to come out on the 19th because I have a pretty good feeling about it. And I have a Prime Video trial, well, not a Prime Video, but just the Prime in general trial, which is going to expire on like the 24th or something, so I'm going to binge watch that shit because it sounds like it might be dropping all at once. If it isn't, I'll probably just wait for it to run its course, then like pay for a month of Prime and watch it within a month. I don't like to give Amazon any more money than I can help. And yes, all companies and mega corporations are evil, but you know, you can have one that you really, really dislike, and Amazon's that for me. I think I've talked about that in the past. I don't like anything that comes out of that company, apart from their fucking goods and services, god damn it. But in general, I'm trying to be less extreme, all or nothing about those kinds of things. Like, people say it's good to be an imperfect vegan because at least you're trying and you're reducing your meat intake and stuff like that. That's a really good movement I've seen around. I feel like in terms of like ethical consumption, because there is like no ethical consumption in capitalism, you know, that whole thing, I feel like maybe we need to allow ourselves to have a balance of, yeah, shop around, try not to use Amazon where you can, but also, you know, enjoy life. Don't like make yourself the only tragedy of your cause. I don't know. Does that make sense? They do say that as you get closer to your 30s, you start to mellow out. Oh no, is this what's happening to me? Oh god, please make it stop. Oh good gravy, look at the time. Okay, what video games have I been playing? Oh yeah, actually new this week I can talk about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition. I've had decent experiences with it so far. I know it's like, it's got its issues, right? Mostly on Switch, but I have had frame stuttering despite it being what should be a very easy game to run on Series S. I'm in performance mode as well, and sometimes it stutters. But yeah, I haven't played a huge amount of it yet, so I haven't got to the part where I'm like flying jets around and seeing how small the map looks with all the fog gone and stuff like that, or how awful VLOD is, although I don't know if that's a Switch issue or a general one. I've just been kind of running around on the streets as CJ doing the opening missions, and I'm having a good time so far. Not in love with the story or the characters. It's not really my speed, or my steez, or however you would say that. But I did play a lot of that game as a kid. I never did the story missions or anything like that, but it is a game I'm familiar with, and I do think that the new lighting makes it look really good. I feel like maybe they should have done more to make it look really good, but I must admit I am a bit of a sucker for like the nice lighting with like the pretty much original PS2 textures, obviously upscaled for HD and all that, but yeah, the characters look a little bit doofy, but other than that, there's certain parts of the game where I'm like, yeah, this actually looks really nice. But yeah, I'll admit they should have done a much better job with those games, especially considering how important they are to that company's history and how beloved they are to people who really love those games. But yeah, you'll probably see some clips of me playing it in the future. Kritigri Does Crimes will make a return. And I forgot how fun just basic-ass GTA is, although I will hold to the idea that Saints Row has always been better at combat. They said that this would have GTA 5 style aiming. It doesn't. It has updated aiming, but it's almost like impossible to use, so you're kind of encouraged to use the classic lock-on system. So yeah, less than ideal, and you take damage so quickly in that game. Like, as far as I know, there's no difficulty settings, but like, just in one of the earliest missions, I had to go up and kill a few gang members. There were like 5 of them, so I ran 3 of them over, got out of a car, and the other 2 like gunned me down before I had a chance to start shooting one of them. You know, it's like, god damn. I probably won't finish the game. I'm not trying to 100% the achievements or even finish it. Like, I'm just kind of hanging around, doing the story content, because again, I never really touched that. But again, I'm not really jiving with it all that much. In other news, I'm very white. But yeah, besides that, been playing lots of Forza Horizon 5, been loving the Animal Crossing updates still, and the Happy Home Paradise stuff, been messing around with the Nintendo 64 stuff. Been playing some RuneScape, doing some dungeoneering, just kind of chilling, just kind of, you know, just gaming. Oh, last night I played some Apex Legends with Reese. Sorry, it's being recorded on a Sunday if Reese gets confused watching this. Not that he couldn't figure it out, but anyway, yeah, we played some Apex Legends, and it might be the most I've ever enjoyed playing Apex Legends that session. It was just so nice and chill and fun, and the new map is really good. And I think when I play as Bloodhound, I can actually do some decent stuff, whereas most other characters I can't. I feel like I really end up relying on their tracking and their ult and their senses and stuff. It really helps me out. So yeah, I've been playing more of that, and again, just really not caring about the battle pass or the cosmetics or anything like that in that game. Some stuff's good, but I've never really loved their battle pass. But yeah, that's me, that's the games. Let me know what you've been playing. if you like. You don't have to. I feel awkward whenever I do a call for comments because hardly anyone watches this, and that's fine, but then it just really highlights that fact, so maybe I shouldn't be saying that kind of thing. This is just chill. It's just fine. It's fun. And look at that, 10 minutes. I did it. I did it, everybody. I kept it brief.